For the Hong Kong finish, you will sew your seam at 1/2 inch seam allowance. This is on the kids version. Just use whatever seam allowance. I believe the adults is 5/8 of an inch. Press your seam open and then take your bias strip and pin it along one side of your bias tape or your seam allowance, edges meeting right sides together, and then stitch at 1/4 of an inch seam allowance along this edge. So I stitched on my bias tape. Now fold it this way away from that seam and then fold it under towards my side seam, because I'm working on the side seam right now. And then just pin this in place along here. Once I have that pinned, I will go and stitch in the ditch along through here. So that basically stitch in the ditch is just putting a stitching just between these two fabrics where they meet right there. After that's done, I'll do the other seam allowance on the other side. And as you can see, I did my inseam already, and I tacked that down in the center, also to make it easier to just keep that open, since I'm going to be doing the rolled hem on these. I just did a stitch on along here to hold those open.